Who's ready to find out exactly what the hell happened to our tavern that it flooded so badly that it's covering mass majority of the tavern? Welcome on back, guys. We are starting up Act 3, The Twilight Flood, Part 1 of Act 3, Rising Tides. Grace. Is Grace here? How'd you get in? I don't remember you being here. Good mythical morning to you too, Hex. This isn't funny, Innkeeper. Tell me if she's here. Please tell me she's here. She is. I'll let her know you are too. Thank you. By the dragons, I was worried sick, so sick. She'll be happy to know you're safe and sound too. The flood was enormous, and if she had gotten caught up in it, oh no, no, I don't want to even begin to imagine it. Then don't. How about a drink to calm your nerves? Yes, a drink sounds great. Something that will untangle my thoughts and help me focus. I'll see what I can do. How the hell did he get into the inn? That's my question. The intelligence one, okay. We are not complicating this. We are not doing the thingy. We're gonna do sparkling noble. Simple drink. He's had it before. Crap ton of intelligence. And a bit of charisma. And there we go. Sparkling Nobel. Or is it noble? Have I been messing up the name this whole entire time? I don't know. Maybe this will help clear your mind. It does at least a little bit. Thank you, Innkeeper. Hi, Grace. X. Good to see you safe and well. You too. Where have you been? Are you alright? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. The Innkeeper and yesterday's superstars took good care of me. Just as you took good care of us. The least we could have done was be there for each other. How have you been, brother dear? Did you get hurt? No, but I was worried about you. The whole night locked in the damned house. All I could think about was how the flood might have... Why don't you tell me you were going to the tavern? Why didn't... Okay, I'm a dork. Why didn't you tell me you were going to the tavern? I looked everywhere for you. Oh, sorry, I don't know I needed your permission to go outside. That's not what I was trying to say. Then what are you trying to say? That you could have gotten hurt and I wouldn't have known? I don't expect a tsunami to hit Gaia every day if that wasn't in the foreseeable future, Hex. Uncontrollable things happen, and when they do, we do our best to overcome them. Also, I can protect myself quite well. Still, how was I supposed to know that you were safe? I'm an adult, you know. You could try trusting in my capabilities. Furthermore, a sword was very useful last semester. ESAOR. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's some kind of class. That's what I'm saying. Protective signals, and other remedies. Oh, okay. That's what it means. Ah. Also, the tavern itself is well protected by my own brand of sigils. That's at least something. Yes, I'm very thankful the innkeeper and his tavern kept me safe. I didn't mean to worry you. I don't plan on being gone for so long, but then the flood happened. Okay, sure. How have you been holding up? Is the house alright? Apart from some minor damage and some leakage in the roof, I suppose it's fine. I wasn't even aware of the approaching flood until the house foundation started trembling. I was busy in my workshop harvesting the essence of Dimension 567 for my research. I hope you didn't rip a hole in the fiber of magic again. I don't, and even if I did, you couldn't have stopped me. You weren't there after all. Right. Really, Hex? But I can scold you now. You won't want to when you find out I actually managed to harvest something. You did? That's amazing. What a huge breakthrough. That would mean I created a teeny tiny rift to the astral realm and got my hands on some stardust. Well, sort of. How? I got an astral shard when the stars fell. Ah, I see. There's still the issue of never knowing exactly what might come through when you open these kinds of rifts. Could be anything or anyone. Please tell me, Exion, that you did not cause this tsunami. Because I swear, man. Like creatures? For example. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, it wouldn't. Because when your sister disappears again, you wouldn't know if she got eaten by a creature or is just out for a stroll. X, cut it out. What? We get it, alright? I went away, you were worried, we get it. But I'm my own person and I can do what I like. I'm getting tired of this. Well, me too. And stop. I don't want to fight. Then don't. Sorry. It's fine. We shouldn't spend our time fighting when there are so many more interesting things going on. How about a wee bit of destruction? How about a wee bit of destruction? Huh? Where are you gonna do that? Because you're not doing it at my tavern. And outside's freaking flooded. Oh? We could go outside and see if we can take samples of flood water. Exactly, who knows? Maybe it holds particular and rare magical properties. That sounds like maybe it'll help me finish my long-term research project. Possibly, though, to access the primordial vortex, you'd need primordial seawater, I know, but who knows what you'll find. Don't forget to fill me in on your research. Theoretically, I'd tell you anything, but only theoretically. I keep messing up that word. Wouldn't have expected anything else. Thank you, Innkeeper, for hosting me the night and all. See you soon. Good morning, you two. Did you sleep well? as well as we could with the sweet song of stormy waves pattering against our windows. So very well, and with inspiring dreams. Glad to hear that. Your imprudent concern certainly helped me sleep. I'm pretty sure I botched the wording on that, but oh well. Because it was so boring? No, because it calms my nerves. All of our nerves, I think. Not that I have any. You don't have nerves? Is that a phantom thing? No. I meant those metaphorical nerves. Oh. You get those too? No, of course not. I'm a boy. Well, yeah, sometimes. Mostly when I have to perform. Isn't that embarrassing? Not really. That also makes me nervous. Oh. So, I have to say, last night performing with you for Grace and Innkeeper, it was kind of relaxing. I could just lose myself in the performance without having to worry about what anyone would think of me. Not that I ever do, but it was nice. We should make more music together sometime. Actually, Fable just got started on a new song. I think Fable needs a little more practice first. A new song. Maybe you can collaborate. Really? That would be awesome. Well, yes, you're right. That would be awesome. I think working on it together could be fun. Hell yeah? Or fuck yeah? Oh, sorry. Hooray! I'm looking forward to our grand collaboration. And charming you with it, Innkeeper. Alright. You're supposed to say you're also looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't think you're supposed to say that part out loud. Might as well. That's what I thought. Aren't we gonna be cool together? The coolest, the too cool for me to describe. I already know it will blow you away. I'm counting on it. Enough chit chat. I should check up on the village. Maybe someone needs a good song to cheer them up. I'm sure Baya would love one. How the hell are y'all checking on people when it's still flooded? Huh? Yeah, are you taking teleportation circles or rowboats or something? I think Baya was probably cheered up by a good flood. But speaking of her, maybe we can hand out some of the spa coupons for me. Sure thing. Her spa rocks. I shall start by enlightening Grace. Is she still here? No, she just left, together with Hex. Something about primordial water? Those wizards. I'll try to catch up to them. See you soon. Don't finish the song without me, Fable. I'll wait for you. Can I get one of those coupons? Sure, you can. Just make sure to tell Baya I sent you. Of course. What a strange morning. Or exciting morning. Both, I think. Would you like a morning drink? Yes, something that will help me with writing my song, please. Okay. I'm gonna take a guess. Intelligence, right? Charisma. Charisma. Let's see here. Let's go. I'm trying to do more simpler ones. Unless it absolutely needs it. I believe Spoken Heart was a simple one. Alright, so a little bit of defense. A little bit of strength. and all of the charisma you can handle. There we go. Broken heart, order up. A drink with 0 primordial water, maybe. A drink with 0 primordial water, okay. It does taste a little primordial and very delicious. Perfect. You know, last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching the fish swimming by the windows. Their scales kept reflecting in the water, making them shift and shimmer like they almost weren't there. I was mesmerized by them. It was like a dream that kept pulling me towards the waves. It was beautiful and haunting. Do you think it looks like that every day somewhere? That beautiful? That haunting? I think any place can imagine exists somewhere, if only in our heads. I'd like to see all of those places. I don't think they're all safe to see. Oh, hi, you two. Fabled by the dragons. They're here. Are you alright? I am. The innkeeper kept me safe. It's good to see you both are well too. Couldn't you have let us know you were breathing? We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Were you guys worried about me? Maybe. Of course we were. Don't even know if you can swim. I can. Can you? Of course. No. Oh, poor Lynn. Oh, we should teach you sometime. Sure. Thank you for worrying about me, but I actually had a pretty nice night. Boy and I gave Grace and the innkeeper a small concert while we were all stuck inside. Oh, sad that we missed that. I can track down Void to give you guys an encore. That'd be nice. He's straight up softened up. He's straight up, he's a sweetheart now. Entirely. And he's not afraid to show it. That's freaking cool. I'm sorry I didn't get around to picking you up. It's okay. I bet the roads were a bit busy. Yeah, it was a little tough getting out. Rufus loved it though. I think he made some new friends. Seems like this catastrophe, you know what the word is, had some pleasant side effects. What happened anyway? Did a whale eat a moon this time? No idea what this is supposed to mean, but no, or maybe. No idea how it happened. They say the primordial sea flooded the Twilight Chasm, and it all spilled out through its portal into Iso, leaving us with this mess. That's new. Interesting. At least the other continents probably got through it without much trouble. Once they can be less jealous of our portals. I do hope everyone is okay. Everyone we could check on is. Luckily for us, the water is drained enough to rescue everyone around here. So I'm assuming the water that we're seeing here right here is not really that high anymore, considering what Lynn just told us. That's why everybody's able to actually get out and go check on everybody. Though I heard the underwater hasn't emerged yet. What? Happy to see you all emerged. Mostly. What does that mean? Are you still drowning in your sorrows? Are you still looking for someone? Are you still looking for someone? Yes, I was wondering if Millie is here. Oh no! Millie hasn't showed up yet. She wasn't home when I checked on her. No, she didn't stop by yesterday, nor today. Did you see her before that? Did she say where'd she be going? I'm afraid she hasn't been in since she returned from Zephyr. That wizard punk hasn't seen her either. Took a second to ask him when he almost broke down into his door looking for Grace. Do we know if she can swim? I'm sure she can, and I'm sure she's just taken shelter elsewhere. You taught her how to hide well after all. Maybe she's just putting that to good use. When I returned yesterday, I found Rufus eating out of a strange apprentice that had disappeared. Apprentice? I don't know. That dispense food and water every couple hours. Like someone really smart set it up for him in their absence. Yes, he was gorging himself on some food, but Millie was somewhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Oh, that's worrying. Did she leave a note? No. I'm sure she's okay. I'd be worried. Sure she's okay. I'm worried about her, so I'd be worried. Maybe ask Jade for help. She's very good at finding things. I shall investigate that avenue right now. Babel, would you be okay with moving our time? You got an appointment or something? More like a date. Can't wait for that story. I'll tell you later. But, yes, we should move it. This isn't the kind of dancing in the rain I was hoping for. Me neither. Another time then. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Me too. Hope she didn't try to investigate the fish. They'd eat her alive. Sounds a little more hopeful. The girl is savvy. I mean, looking at the conservation she left behind. Words no worky. Ain't no fish got a chance against her. Being hopeful isn't really my thing. And make it your thing. I'll let you know when I find her. Such a man of few words. A man of fluffing words. He's just worried. Uh-huh. Speaking of worries and words, Lynn, it's good to finally see you back. How was the escorting? I hope you didn't get too wet. It sure was something. Certainly have had enough for nobility for a while. Got any more details for me? Well, actually, this can wait a bit, right? I guess. Thanks for understanding. I'll be back later once I can think more clearly. I'd like to check up on Uncle Dragon, make sure that old fart is still up and running. Okay, well, I'm guessing you'd like to check in with your family too. Yes, I would love to make sure everyone's alright. Maybe Melly with the Amaranthine Hydra? She really wanted to ask it for tea recommendations. I'm counting on you returning with a good story. Will do. Got a good one for you. I'll see if I can drag Rhea and Fancy Pants along as well. Think they could use a drink. Speaking of which, got one for the road? Good thing, something strong to get you through all that socializing. You got it. So we have a full-on mission to find Melly. And it is my job to aid them as much as possible. Let's do Steel Tonic. If I remember correctly, it calls for this one? Maybe? I don't remember. Okay, a little bit of Dex. And a little bit more Strength. And all the defense. There we go. Steel Tonic. Order up. Still in training. Give a wrong drink to an adventure. Wrong drink? Wrong joke. Oops. What do you think? Nothing that the age of trading will let me say out loud. Oh god. Sure didn't miss that drink. Hope you still miss me. Anyway, Fable, let's go. I'll be right there. I'm sure everybody will be okay, Innkeeper, so don't you worry about it. Make sure to keep a hot chocolate warm for Melly. I'm sure she'd love one of those. I'll give it my best. I know you will. Don't swim out too far. We'll see. I am such a freaking dork. I thought Steel Tonic was a strength. Did I even check what exactly she ordered? I don't think I did. The waters are dangerous these days. Just what are you up to? Time to make sure I have enough ingredients for a hot chocolate around, I guess. Oh, hi. Good to see that you're open and keep. And a good evening to you too. Spare me the babbling. Though I'm glad you seem to be unharmed. I am, thanks to some protective spells I put on the inn a while back. Works better than any insurance. What about you? Are you unharmed? I'm as good as new. Might be missing an arm, but that doesn't mean I forgot how to swim. It's easier than walking, actually. And breathing in water instead of air was unexpectedly nice. These skills aren't just for decorative purpose. It was a little bit like home, you know? But the water tastes different than that of an astral sea. More primordial, I might even say. Yeah, I figured. But you don't seem to be very worried about it. Nah, whatever happens in none of my business now. I'm retired. And water also doesn't bother me. Shouldn't bother you too much either, am I right? What does that mean? Since you're so close to... I know you wouldn't forget. Hold up, what? Huh? I might be old, but I'm not senile. Me neither. So you wouldn't call the Primordial Sea your home then? Huh? I've inhabited a few planes already. My past doesn't define the word home for me anymore. But you're right, primordial water doesn't do any harm to me. Even if I wanted to drown in it, I wouldn't be able to. What? Hold up. What are we? Who are we? But honestly, I was more worried about my patrons and the inn itself. I hope everyone is safe and well. Wouldn't worry too much about all your regulars. Adventurers are tough folks, and your drinks toughen them up even further. I'm hoping I did not mess up her drink to the point that she fails on actually helping people, because that would really suck. Is our little lizard friend blowing bubbles? He is. Cute. I have faith that you're right, but your tavern. Well, let's just say it has definitely seen better days. Nah, that's kind of an understatement. It looks like ouch. I've been working the whole day to clean up as much as I can. My condolences. So have you ever talked to the Wizard of Morella? No, sadly I haven't had the pleasure. Oh, you should if you get the chance. He's always loved all kinds of spells and enchantments. More of the kind involving trickery like puzzles and traps, but I'm sure he also knows protective spells or two. I mean, he's been protecting his wizard tower for quite some time now. I'll keep that in mind if I ever get to meet him. But I suppose you're not just here to talk. How about a drink? You definitely have a way with customer service. How about a drink that'll wake my old muscles up so I can help you tidy up your tavern afterward? Can't quite remember having asked for help. What's that? My old ears suddenly can't understand what you're saying. How unfortunate. Maybe a strong drink would help. Alright, coming right up. Okay, this time we're gonna actually look at what she ordered. Okay, strength-based. Gotcha. I can't believe I messed that up. Let's give her a southern brawler, shall we? A little bit of charisma. A little bit of strength, that defense. And all the strength you'll ever need. There we go. Southern brawler, order up. There you go, a drink powerful like the actual sea. Wonderful, I consumed enough primordial water to last me weeks. And it doesn't taste exactly like home, but the hint of elemental magic revived my old memories. I gotta say, you definitely know your craft. Thank you. Could I maybe convince you to just relax and let me do my work? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Forget it. Let's clean this messy tavern. If you insist. Before I forget, all that water swept some animal remains into my pockets. Don't really know where they came from, and I don't feel any kind of astral energy coming from them. So I'm assuming they're either Gaian or primordial. Before I stabbed myself with them while cleaning, I wanted to check if you'd have any use for them. Stab? Yeah, they're surprisingly sharp. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Ah, you're so easy. Saber thing? Huh. Thank you, Un. They might not be primordial, but I think I know just what to do with them. Gonna spice up some drinks? Maybe. Can't wait to try them. And now let's spice up this old rusty tavern. Hero's Journey. Innkeeper. Rhea. Innkeep. Lynn. Greetings, Innkeeper. Hello, Archie. I only came to tell you the tale of tales. Told you we'd be back with a good one, didn't I? Indeed. It's a thrilling story, be certain. That being said, you look like you got some thrilling stories to tell yourself. None thrill me as much as yours will. Well, grant me one question still. Shoot. Where's the granny on your roof? An old friend of mine. She's helping me tidy up the tavern after the flood. She's a really nice friend, then. I suppose so. I didn't know she was on the roof. Are a lot of tiles missing? Half of them. Oh god. Maybe a quarter. About a quarter. Just a few, actually. That's not particularly conclusive, but I trust Un and her abilities. Sometimes. Closing your eyes is the reason you'll run into the edge of the blade someday. Or not, if I'm lucky. If. Did the floor hit you as well? Flood. Did the flood hit you? Such a dork. You bet. Had to hold on to Ray for a quick second there. Or she would have been swept away like a twig. Could you wished we had just passed famous when it happened. Lucky there was 2 carriages nearby, wedged between the sturdy trees and a large boulder. We managed to pull ourselves out of the ragging waters and into those carriages. Thank the dragons. It could have gone south real quick. And your tavern looks a wee bit wet as well. It is. I've been working non-stop to clean it up. That's not good. Working non-stop comes with being self-employed, I get. No, I mean the flood. Never heard of a flood that massive. It spread all the way from Emos to Zenith. You're right, we certainly aren't that close to the sea. Emos maybe, but not yet in. It's all still very recent. We'll have to wait until we know the true extent of it. Back to your story. How was the journey to Daira? And how did you manage with the flood? The journey to Daira itself was uneventful, but venturing to Daira capital all the more so. As for the flood, it didn't really bother us until we arrived back on the mainland. I think we should tell the story chronological. That might make it a bit easier to digest. Thank you, Archie. Alright then, go ahead. Me? Yeah, you're good at telling stories after all. You think so? Aye. Alright, so listen closely, for what's about to unfold is a story as terrifying as it is heroic. Here we go. It was midnight and the moon was standing high when 3 adventurers assembled at their meeting point. Didn't know we were talking this carrot here along as a surprise. A pleasant one, I hope. Having one party member more than anticipated was at least more pleasant than the surprise that lay ahead. Now I'm intrigued. So accustomed to the pleasant surprise, we adventured to Theodore's abode in Themis. Very fancy. Very expensive. Don't think I've ever seen such a posh bit before. 3 stories tall. For one person. To be fair, one person and a lot of staff. Like cooks, maids, and gardeners. For a holiday residency, even worse. I'd very much appreciate if we didn't judge people based on their amount of wealth. Or their lack of theory. Thereof. Oh, lack of thereof. Exactly. So, you arrived at this holiday residence in Themis. Right, we approached the gates and rang the bell. The fog was keeping up around the house, like it was pressing us to go in. Creepy. Okay. The man in a black suit opened the gate and with a deep and raspy voice said, "Stay to your business, please." Some sort of butler told him, "Listen up, clown, you are our business." Which wasn't very polite. No one asked you. Maybe you should have. Then they wouldn't have thought we were bandits. Oh my god. Well, we got that cleaned up, didn't we? Because I introduced myself quickly when I saw some guards already approaching. I introduced myself as Gustav Archibald Richmond III. Knowing my family and the childhood friendship that Theo and I have fostered for over 2 decades, the butler relaxed and let us through. You know what's funny, Innkeep? What? The other lad was also a third. Born in the same generation, both a third of our names. Perhaps that's why we were destined to be friends, just like our fathers and their fathers were. Theodore Hugo Frederick Sinclair III is his full name. But no one called him that. We called him Theodore. Or Theo. Either way, we had rang him out of his sleep, so he wasn't all that amused to see us. And then he laid eyes upon ye Ginger. Never seen a gaze light up as fast. What do you mean? That he was happy to see ye, that's all. Oh? Oh, well, I'm also happy to see him. So when we caught sight of each other, all of violent tensions were blown away, and others were created. I found our visits very peaceful. Yeah, Theo was polite lad, offered us tea and biscuits while we waited for him to pack his things. Not a fan of tea? Not a fan of tea? No. Just a method to bribe you, that's all. Get him on your good side, then throw you off the cliff. I don't like to disagree. I'd like to disagree. Hospitality is not bribery. Also, no one threw you off a cliff. Metaphorically. He is the reason we almost died, though. Here, you don't need to claim the customer. Incidents like that are the reason they need help. Right. It will all make sense when we get there. So after Theo packed his things, we made our way to Windmore at sunrise. From there we took a ship. A brig just for us, a whole crew for a diplomat. Safety is important for a politician. The food was great, to say at least. We had to take the ship, as you might be aware, Innkeeper. The bridge connecting Dire and the mainland was destroyed, I recall. So the ship we took brought us to Twinborough and not to Asmias itself. How was that? And apparently the debris from the bridge is a safety hazard for passing ships. And if there was one thing we didn't need, it was distress at sea. We were lucky with the weather. The sea stayed calm, and even with the thunderstorm right behind us. And the mood on the ship was jolly. Theo entertained us with his stories. Old lad. Oh, he's a great storyteller. I wonder where he got all those thrilling narratives from. Actually, I suppose he still reads a lot. We used to read together when we were younger. We'd read the same book, but also one chapter at a time before giving it to the other to read the same chapter. That way, if I felt as though we were reading together. It was always so imaginative, still is. Though we weren't bored a bit before we reached the shore. You're not so bad yourself with your story, lad. I'm glad you like them. Already working on the story about you two. The clan of Ereva and the hammer of Justice Thunder. Let's go with Thunder. Rhea Frostgrip, the hammer of thunder? No. Rhea Frostgrip, hammer of the thunder strikes. Keep working on it, lad. You're getting there. The story, can we continue? Of course. We arrived at Twinbra in the late afternoon. The sun was already getting on the horizon. Tightening the world is colors of purple. Tightening the world in colors of purple. At this point, none of us could have imagined the world would be tinted in red soon enough. Red like the sunrise, or red like the blood. We got off the ship, and after a short break in Twinbra, we made our way to Amasa. We got about 2/3 of the way there without any issues until darkness settled around us. Type of darkness that creeps up on you like an eerie mist, type of darkness that chokes all noise out of the world. You know something is going on if you hear nothing. No birds, no crickets, no wind. Just dead silence. Didn't even realize it until Kara pulled me aside and pointed it out. Just as I was explaining it to her, my ears perked up. Far away, I heard some low humming sound. Didn't hear them myself. I thought you were making it up, imagining noise in the dark to make up for the absence of light. Sometimes the brain doesn't think like that. It was so silent except for all that humming. I started getting this weird feeling in my guts. Hunger, like Sixth Sense? Like Sixth Sense. Like that, yeah. Don't know if it's the genius of the experience, but at some point you start feeling it when something shifts and things ain't as they should be. Gotcha. Either way, I heard the humming and it's not long before it turns into a growling. That's when I heard it too, deep and guttural. I saw silhouettes in the woods, left and right. Their eyes reflected our torchlight eerily. I held close to Theo to protect him. Soon we were surrounded by a knot of zombies. Zombies? The hell? A lot of them, everywhere. They were moaning and groaning and so ready to feast on us. I grasped Theo's hand because I had to hold on to something. I had to act fast. They'd already seen us and were surrounding us, so running away wasn't an option. Clearly, we had to fight our way through, so I readied my sword. It wasn't far till Amasa. I felt sturdy as a rock, like nothing could harm me. I needed to ensure the same for Rhea, Archie, and Theodore. So I reached into the powers of your drink. The woman stopped walking abruptly. While these beasts were approaching us, I drew my hammer just in case. I heard her mumble words I didn't understand. Enhanced by that citrine you put in our drinks, I called upon my Baba, asking for guidance. I've never had much business with the dragons, but she had. I hoped if I reached out, she could lend me some of that. I never felt so close to her before. Not even when I spoke to that chimera. The zombies approached, pressing closer against our dim torchlight. When suddenly a shield of light burst out of her sword, en- en- engulfing us, and pushing the zombies away in our eruption of divine force. It was light of radiant gold all around us, shimmering softly. I didn't waste any more time and kept going. Honestly, I barely knew what I did myself till it's all a haze. Luckily, it seems that the undead like pack animals, at least for the most part. Made all the slashing a bit easier. We pushed forward, cutting through the zombies one by one by one, the rest of us at her heels. But it seems like a bottomless pit, and more came rushing toward us. The traveling shield blocked most of them, but eventually it began to crack. There far enough after a bunch of steady, forceful impacts, anything breaks, but I made sure to push the undead back with my hammer. Meanwhile, Theodore seemed scared. He told me he wished this was just another assassination attempt instead. At least then the foes would have been alive. It was just as terrifying, but I did my best to keep him safe. Then, he tripped and fell. I tried to catch him, but he pulled me down with him. Carolyn was so focused on getting through the ambush that she pressed on. We fell behind, leaving the shimmering shield's presence. Darkness enclosed us, and we caught the attention of the zombies who began cornering us. I couldn't let us die, so I called out for Rhea. But then I had already noticed they were gone, so I called out to Carolyn and headed back to the lads. I smashed every undead head that dared to come close to Archie. Well, I didn't know ye had it in ye, lad. Well, it was out of necessity. What happened? One of the zombies grabbed Theo's leg and attempted to drag him away from me. But I got up, drew my rapier, and poked the thing right through the eye. It dropped to the ground like a wet towel. Fascinating. A little. When I heard Rhea, I hurled around. They were all by themselves in the distance, almost dying because someone didn't watch their feet. Easy, care. Accidents happen. Accidents kill people. Obviously, I couldn't let that happen, so I rushed back. We lost all of our previous adventures as more came flooding in by the second. Previous advantage. Not wanting to waste any more time, I pulled Theodore up by his collar and threw him over my shoulder. I wasn't risking any more accidents. Of course, he didn't like that. Later, he said it was invading his personal space. I told him I could have let him die instead. Which maybe wasn't the right response, I guess. Shortly afterwards, we reached the gates of Amnesia. The guards came to our aid and helped ward off the zombies. Galen set Theo down and helped him inside the safe quarters of the city. The horrors were over, and thanks to Carolyn and Rhea, we reached our destination. And to you, kid. Yeah, suppose you didn't do too bad of a job. Theo was beyond thankful. Even though he wasn't amused by it being thrown over Carolyn's shoulder, he understood that she saved his life. He was so impressed that he said it would make for a great story. He even started on a first draft. But after the fight, he felt really inspired to solve the conflict between Dara and the mainland. so he'll probably have no time to finish it, and he decided to give the manuscript to me. He said he always liked when I told him stories, and that he'd love to hear this tale in my words. I promised him I'd write something up for the next time we see each other. Still a better love story than that one romance book. You mean the one with the vampires? Yeah. Are they talking about Twilight? I doubt this is going to be a love story. Was talking about you two lovebirds. Me and Theo? We're just friends. Sure you are. Yeah. Considering that you were holding hands the whole entire time? And old friends? And you immediately defended Theodore? Immediately? After a zombie grabbed his hand? Either way, we brought him to his destination, the city, had some tea, and started making our way back by noon. We checked out some tourist traps. Their tricks don't work if you know what you're up against. I bought a mug. You sure did. But I already have more than enough mugs at home, so I wanted you to have it so you'll always remember our heroic adventure. I would love to. I'm an avid keepsake collector. Splendid. No, go back. I want to see what it said. I didn't catch it. Anyways, afterwards, we had some tea and made our way back by noon. Once we arrived back on the mainland, the flood hit like it had been waiting for us. I can still feel the cold water clinging to my bones. Speaking of, I'll freshen up a bit. I still have mud in my shoes. And then maybe I'll continue with the rest of the story. Of course, take your time. Now it's just us. Indeed. That kid is so green behind the ears. Aren't we all? Can I offer either of you a drink? After a journey like this one, I could use something that tastes like rocks and regenerate me stamina. Coming right up. Strength? No, defense. That's probably where I messed up. I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I messed up on. Yeah, I went with defense and didn't do the main, strength. That's what I was supposed to do. Oh well. Live and learn. Alright, steel tonic. Let's go with that. A little bit more strength. A little bit of dexterity. And all the defense you'll ever need. Steel tonic, order up. Thanks and keep. Much needed. You're welcome. Here, let's talk about your extraordinary fighting skills. Gotta say, I was really impressed with how you decimated those zombies. Take a good beast slayer to no one. Nah, I'm sure of the general fighting type, you know, but I can always appreciate two strong hands. And such a well-crafted greatsword on top of that. Happy to see you appreciate a solid craftsmanship. It was a gift from my Baba. She told me the great dragons themselves gifted it to her, but I don't know if that's true. Have you ever heard of the Great Axe of Ur? The most powerful weapon ever, forged by the origin of this world themselves? You bet. You think it really exists? I mean, my Baba loved to tell the story. But if her sword was made by the dragons, maybe Ur's great axe is also more than just a myth. Wars have their origin in the subterranean caves, you know, on the plain of Ur. I grew up in the labyrinth of caves, surrounded by gems and or legends and tales. I mean, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, had 2 eyes yet, but I'm convinced the legendary weapon exists. But it's so large, I probably wouldn't even recognize it as an axe. I've heard Ur keeps it in their resting place at all times. Yeah, though so far no one has found that yet. And hopefully no one ever has to. What do you mean? You know the tale. If someone was to wake Ur up, the apocalypse would begin. But that's just an old tale, right? Something that you tell kids that don't want to eat their food. Is that why all of this crap is happening? Is yours waking up? You know, eat up or Ur will awaken? Questionable parenting technique, if you ask me. Yeah, I got to hear that a few times when I was still a wee brain. All those tales ever did was make me want to craft a legendary weapon myself. Have you ever made something like that? Like it? Not yet, but I will soon. I'll make the greatest weapon ever forged and smash these years of Ulfart's blacksmith competition to bits. I'll outcraft my ex-husband with these. That ex-husband? Yeah, we used to work together. Now he claims I wouldn't stand a chance with him. But I'll prove him wrong. Anyways, in keep care, I think it's getting quite late and it's been an exhausting week. Absolutely agree. Let's get some rest. And then look for another quest elsewhere to afford me crafting materials. Good night, you two. Good night, Len. Night, Inkeep. With that, we speed our little buddy, clean up the tavern as much as we can, and blow out the candles. I am baffled beyond measure on everything at this point. We have more questions, especially about ourselves, the innkeeper, and possibility of the apocalypse happening. Continue Act 3, Part 2 of Act 3, Riptide. So we wound up being able to clear out the water, have a whole bunch of questions now, and we finally get to see the cup. So number 1, innkeeper. Nice. Oh, and it's got our little buddy on the cup too. That's cool. What's up, my fellow Igma? What's up? I don't find you the difficult to comprehend. An enigma. That's what he said. That's what they all think. How's it going? Hoping, hopping, running, bad, or moderately good? Good, I guess. Why? I've had a pretty relaxing morning so far. The tsunami didn't do too much damage to my roof. Not to mention, I'm very thankful for the comfort I can provide in these difficult times, and for the wonderful customers that keep showing up at my inn. Got a pretty good one today already. You're welcome. But it's tsunami, huh? So that's what that was. Cool. Sucks that I was busy playing around with Magic the Scattering. Made me miss the whole thing. Magic the Scattering. You had to put that in there, didn't you? I would have loved to surf those waves. I'm sure you would have had a grand old time. Maybe the next flood. You think I should start the next one or on purpose? No. Come on. This place has made you lame. I like my tavern to keep standing, and the people around it as well. Like I said, lame. You got nothing interesting to say. I have an interesting question. Shoot. Have you seen Melia anywhere? She's gone missing. Oh, the pocket-sized detective? Sure did. Several times, even. Good, at least she's safe, I'm assuming. Were any of them recently? Would you say... think the last time was 2 days ago? I was chilling in the moon swamp, had just tested out that witch's spa little boy recommended. Met some lost travelers on the way back and was giving them the conversation of their lives. When that cat rudely interrupted by business bitch made them run off without a single handshake, little snitch. What were you selling? Hair growth cocktail inspired by your little things. You drink them, your hair grows. Fast? Oh, well, fast. Yeah, fast. It will grow eventually. You just gotta have some patience. Seriously. I see. So, Melia at the moon swamp, where exactly did you see her? On the way to the moon pools. Duh. Where the path diverts and nature tries to lead you astray from its shimmering reflection in the water. Isn't that near one of the Twilight Chasm portals? Oh shit. Oh yeah, that means she got a fresh opportunity to go surfing. Good for her. What a positive outlook on things. That's for sure. But did she get swept away in the portal, or did she get swept away in the... just... Why do I keep trying to say Tsunami? Tsunami. Always good to have one of those. After all that matters is life is fun, right? I don't know about that. Life is full of many beautiful and important things. Not all of them are fun. They should be, at least for me. Don't care what you're up to. Speaking of fun, then wondering, do you think I should explore the Twilight Chasm? Do you want to? Ish. Oh, sounds exciting, especially since I've never been there before. They say it's like Avalon, but reversed, with a different color scheme and all that. Do you enjoy Avalon? Sometimes. I haven't been home in ages. Let me tell you, as soon as those portals open up, I was out of there, running from pesky consequences. You got it. Been wondering what a nightmare version of Gaia looks like? That's what they call it, right? Avalon's the dream, the Twilight Chasm, the nightmare, Gaia's like wake up. Probably it doesn't look too different from the Sealy Court, am I right? Couldn't tell you. So you claim but I know a fellow scam artist when I see one. It's hinting more on who we are. In the mirror. Oh, you think you're funny, don't you? Well, you're hilarious. High five, bud. No. Bummer. Anyway, with your obviously non-existent, only hypothetical planned traveling experience, do you think I should take a trip down to the horrors of memory in Malinshala? I can't pronounce it. I don't think you should. I think you should. Who am I to say to deny his curiosities and fun, considering he's straight up just chaos? I think you should. Sounds very exciting. Who knows what you'll find? Maybe the answers you seek. I'm not seeking any answers. I already know what I want. And maybe you'll find the right questions. You're so weird. You know that, right? That makes two of us. You got me there. Fascinating advice, Innkeeper. If I cared more, I'd probably say it says something about you. I mean, I did say it, so... Luckily for you, this is already boring me. And how about a drink to keep you with me a little longer? We're on the same wavelength today, dude. Yeah, hit me with some of those. Something for those waves in my brain so you can keep me interested a little longer. I'll mix up something real quick. We're starting to learn little by little who we are. But not really at the same time. It's driving me nuts. Let's go something simple. Yeah. Sparkling Nobel. All the intelligence. And a little bit of charisma. Sparkling Noble. Put her up. Quick-witted and mischievous, just like you. Sick. This is lit. I'll give you that. Thank you. Welcome back, Aya. Thank you. How was your road trip? It was good. We stopped by my spa and did mud masks. And did you help them find a way back home? Yes. The forests were lush and green. We didn't find any sleeping people, but we ran into a group of meerkats and a rug engine in a conversation about taxes. The nice ghost even gave me her sunglasses. They're so cool. What else is up? The sky and the sun, but no stars. And some trees? No, trees are in the middle. Not to an ant. Ants? So cute. Do you have any ants? Not on me. And you, Innkeeper? Any ants? Not at the moment, sorry. Oh. No ants. Can I offer you a drink as an apology? Yes, make me feel a little nimble, ant. Ant potion, got it. He's so strange but so cute at the same time. Alright. Dexterity, I got you. Swift strike. A little bit of defense. And a little bit of intelligence. And all of the dexterity. There we go. Swift strike. Put her up. Here, for your favorite Casado ant? Pseudo ant? I don't know. Oh, this is so tasty. I want to look up at the trees now. I'm sure they'll seem taller. Can I do anything else for you? Yes, several things. Have you been handing out my coupons? I have just recently gave some to Roy. Have people been dropping by? They have, and they're really nice. The mud masks are the most popular, and the flowers. Carrie said my flowers bracelets are her favorite. Bracelets. They must be gorgeous. I'm making new ones just for her. She'll love that. I hope so. Second thing, are you okay? I am, Via. Thank you for asking. To be honest, I feel a bit distraught. I think we're okay, right? Are you sure? I am. Oh, I brought you more coupons to cheer you up. That's very nice of you. I'll hold on to them for what I need them. For when I need them. You can stop by any time. But what about lotus flowers? I brought you some in case I needed to cheer you up. Oh, for me? Yes. They are special flowers. I've heard they're yours favorite, and they bless you with their protection. Hold on. Are we your... They also make you feel nimble like an ant. Thank you very much. Hee. I've been wanting to check in on people. I really enjoyed the flood. But I thought about when the Banshee told Myra and me that some people don't like drowning. Correct. I hope I can cheer them up a little. You're already cheering me up. I am? Yeah, I was bored. Now I'm having fun cheering up. Quest succeeded. Yippee. I also have some questions. Asks me, have you seen Melly anywhere in your swamp? The small cat Okian? I don't understand why I'm messing this up. I know D&D races, but yet I can't pronounce the name properly. She might have been investigating your flowers. No, I didn't see a cat anywhere, but I was also very busy tending to my sniffling willows. They need a lot of love. Let's see, how's your swamp doing? Good, it's wet now, and there are so many new interesting creatures and plants. What kind of plants? Those with teeth? Some have teeth, some have eyes and spikes, and haunting spirals of long forgotten mistakes. Spirits. Sick, I gotta check those ones out. They're nice. They speak just like little horrible birdies. You're one of those people who can talk to plants? Yes. How are they doing, the plants, I mean? Depending on the plant. But they're all very loud at the moment. They love the water. They hate the water. They complain about the onslaught of the undead. They're ambivalent about the water. What was that? Ambivalent. It means they don't care, but they still want to say something about it. No, the undead. Ah, them. The trees from the Pale Woods are very upset. They say that squeaky undead keep chewing on their roots and bark and leaves. And their brains? No, they can't reach those. But there's a lot of them. Maybe soon they'll learn how to climb or fly. Hell Woods. I've never been there before. Is it a good hangout spot? I don't think so. It's so dry. But maybe the undead like dryness. I would think they'd prefer bogs. Everyone should. Agreed. Hey, Bea, can you show me those Twilight Chasm plants? Would love to taste test them. Yes, but you have to help me hand out coupons first. Do I have to? Please? Fine, but only because I'm getting bored again. Hooray! And please keep handing them out to people who need cheering up in Keeper, including yourself. Will do. Have fun, you two. Thank you. That was interesting. Hello, Freya. Hiya, Freya. How's it going? All fine and dandy? All fine and tired, actually. Not so fine. How come? Well, the city's a mess, so is the grove and the famous and Tigrian. We still don't know exactly what happened or how. There's the undead problem not too far from us. Galen said it's pretty grave, and no one has seen Melly in days. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people also just aren't. Moon told me not to worry either, but it's hard. Yes, very. I just want everyone to be safe. I want to fix this, whatever this is. Abel, I know everything is a lot right now. Especially since this is the first wave of adventurers that you've ever faced. Unintended. But Un isn't wrong. A little less worrying about wouldn't hurt. I'm sure it's not as bad as it feels right now. I'm sure someone else will take care of it. No, let's go with this one. Sure, it's unpleasant, but worse things have happened. And we've always been fine. Maybe it's just nature of the dragons are craving change. There's nothing we can do about it. There's always something we can do. He taught me that. Sometimes things sort themselves out too. It's quite pleasant to wait occasionally. I just wish I could do more. I understand. How about a drink? There's something I can do for you. Not right now, I think. Hey, you look stressed. Stressed? Why, what makes you say that? I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's great. Mm-hmm. Totally. What's wrong? Nothing wrong. Everything's awesome. If you're saying it like that, something must be terribly wrong. I better drink a little help for telling us what's going on. Sure. I don't like that. Charisma. Sunny breeze. That one. And a little bit of intelligence. And all the charisma you can muster. Sunny breeze, order up. I hope this helps with the word of vomit. It does a little bit, thank you. Anytime. So, what happened? Nothing really, much at all. I was just taking a stroll, trying to find Alina, checking in on the people Fable asked me to check in on. Thank you for that. Yeah. After you helped calm me down last night, I'm glad I could help. So I was, talking taking a walk around the outskirts of Dimas. A walk is good, right? Right. So good. I even came across new people. A lot of them were echoes. Did you talk to them? Of course not. I expected nothing else. That's particular though. There aren't a lot of echoes on Gaia. There are now. Apparently the flood brought in a lot of primordial refugees. Not everyone's comfortable being immersed in water after all, and they say Leviathan's plan is a mess right now. Oh, I hope everyone has a place to stay. They're looking for places for sure. Some merchants are even offering them rides around Vieso and beyond. Like to Broken, for example, which they have advertised as the perfect vacation spot. Is it? It's right by the basin of Wind and Sea, very popular with the travelers and retirees. I believe Un lives there currently when she's not bothering me in the tavern. Awesome. I bet it's great there. I bet you can relax like nowhere else. What's going on, Camo? You can. There's wonderful Leviathan museum nearby. What's going on? Nothing. Nothing at all. There's my parents talking a casual trip to Brooklyn. Your parents, like their ghost, was Tut also flooded? Unlikely. I don't think souls can leave the upper world so easily. You're right. It would be difficult for ghosts to make it out of to it and into a mocktail bar. But being a Gaian tourist is a lot easier to do when you're not actually dead. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you might have to elaborate a little more. It's simple. My parents aren't dead. I saw them with the merchants near Themis booking a carriage and an all-inclusive boat journey to Breckham. They were going on about how they had a positive outlook on having to leave the Primordial Sea. That was like a free vacation, a blessing in disguise. Good for them. But didn't you see them die? No, I just saw a burning village and couldn't find them anywhere. That foolish conclusion was all mine. Damn, dude. That sucks. But they didn't die, they just left. Yes. I'm sorry, Kimberly, that's awful. So you're going to kick their asses. Let's go with this one. The new kind of awful, for sure. How stupid of me to think them dead. Shouldn't have thought that only the claws of Toda could make them leave me. You should have. They're your parents. They should never have abandoned you. Well, they did. Well, maybe they didn't necessarily try to abandon you. Maybe they just couldn't find you after all these years. Maybe. I don't know, though. Indeed. So, what now? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. Do you want to talk about it? No, not right now. Well, maybe... Anyway, have you found Ellie yet? Not yet, but Inko saw her last at the Moon Swamp. What? About 2 days ago. But there's a Twilight Chasm portal there, where the dragon-cursed flood started. Indeed. Did Baya see her? No, she didn't. That's great. That's awesome. That's even better. You said awesome an alarming number of times. Because this is also awesome. I'll keep looking for her. There's not a lot you can do without leaving your tavern except... Innkeeper, please, I beg of you, put out a quest to find Melly right now. I need to figure out what to do about my parents before they disappear again. I don't know how many times I'll have She needs to be safe, but I can't go myself. We need to find her. Please help me find her. I don't exactly have enough information yet, but I'll make sure to find out more and make a quest. I'll put it up immediately. Are you sure you don't want to go on it yourself? I'll put it up immediately. Thank you. I hope someone will find her. We will, I promise you. I believe you. I will. I have to go think. Good luck with that. I'll see you soon. Yeah, don't burn down your tavern, I mean. I'll try not to. That's rough. Someone's worried. Of course he is. Do you really think Molly is okay? I hope so, I do. I'm optimistic. She's smart. I do. She's smarter than anything that she could encounter. I trust her to take care of herself. I do, but still, she's just a child. A very capable child. A child nonetheless. Wherever and however she is. Whether she was just watching the sky or trying to unravel a mystery, she might need help. So please give me that quest. Pardon? Please give me the quest right now, so I can find her. No, it's not done. No, it's not for you. It's not done. That's right. I already know both of the rumors, and I know Melliot will. I think I have enough information to find her, and I don't think we have time to be putting it right now. There's a certain way things have to be done. Your way? Yes, I'm sorry, but it's just how things are. Because you made them that way. Okay, well listen, if you rush into this, you'll be putting both Melly and yourself in danger. You just told me not to worry about it. How dangerous could it be then? Well, weren't you encouraging me to go on more adventures just a week ago? Or are you only okay with me leaving it when it's something as small as some snails? I just think something like the flood must have been caused by a massive force. Whether worrisome or possible or neither, it's certainly not harmless. And you don't have a lot of experience with adventures like this, or with different planes. What if it's in the Twilight Chasm? You need to level up before you stand a chance against true nightmares. Maybe we can get another quest from the farmers. Their fields won't take a lot of damage. Someone needs to train up too. Don't pasteurize me. I simply don't think you're ready for this one. Why are you being like this? You always said I should get out of my comfort zone. You encouraged me to change, to grow stronger and braver. And now that I do, it's suddenly wrong? I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm saying it's time. I'm saying that the timing isn't right. And why do you get to decide what my timing is? Why should I leave my comfort zone, but once something is out of yours, it's a mistake? Things aren't that simple. I know. I lived for over 100 years. I know what things aren't simple. I also know that they don't change by pretending they aren't there, or by pretending they're not missing. I think what you might. The question hasn't been put up yet, so it cannot be taken. I don't need my sheet of parchment to find her. Just make me a drink. Think about this. You might damn both of you this way. You're going to look for someone no one has seen in several days after a giant disaster. She could be anywhere, including a realm of nightmares you know nothing about. You've never even encountered bleak stalkers, and they'd be the last of your worries there. There are adventurers here who have faced things worse than this, who will have much higher chance of bringing her back safely along with themselves. Did we make the mistake of having him go for his parents? Is this your way of saying you won't make me a drink? Just let it go. Let someone else handle this. So they get hurt instead of me? That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. You don't know what's awaiting you out there. But you do. Of course not. Let's just say. Of course not. But I can guess it won't be pretty. You know, I never really realized how much you lied to me all the time. You tell me to be honest, but how can I know you're being honest with me? I'm always honest with you, Fable. I care about you. Let me help you. Maybe I can take a nap in one of my rooms and see how you feel after. Enough. I made up my mind. I've made up mine. I'm not giving you the quest. I'm not making you a drink. Okay? I don't need a drink. Don't be ridiculous. Going on an adventure without my help is reckless at best, foolish at worst. I'm not going to sit around and wait while other people suffer. Not if I have a chance to help them. I'm not like you. You're right, you're not. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Now I'm going to find Melly. I don't care what it takes. I'm not going to let anyone stop me. Not even you. Fable. Shit. Maybe I should have been more honest. After all, they've always been honest with me. I had just explained everything to them. Now they're going to run towards their doom just because I can't. No, I don't want to think about that. Not sure what to do with those rumors now. I guess I'll just hang on to them. Well, I'd better close up for the day. What the hell are we hiding? Who are we? Oh my god. Legend has it that great axe of Ur lies hidden somewhere deep inside the Tavern caves. It's unimaginably powerful weapon. Rogi's parents were washed ashore by the Twilight Flood, once believed dead, and theirs were last seen on Brooklyn. How the fuck did I not? Okay. The vegan dead. The Pale Woods and its surroundings areas have been plagued by undead lately. At first, undead snails scavenging crops, then humanoid cadavers gnawing away at the forest itself. The local plants can't catch a break. No one knows why they suddenly hunger for the local flora. For some brave adventurer, preferably experienced with the examine should look into this. I don't know how to say it. That's the only quest we were able to put together? Damn. Well, with that, we feed our little buddy, clean up the tavern, and blow out the candles. I am hoping Fable is going to be okay, because I could have given her a drink to give her an edge or something. Oh my god, I hope she's gonna be okay. I really hope she's gonna be okay. Continue Act 3, Part 3. Pen and sword. Before we continue though, Now that I'm thinking rationally, I believe I should have given her the opportunity to get a drink and go after Melly, because if it was me, I would have gone immediately as soon as I found out some kind of clue. I just hope we didn't doom her. Let's find out in this episode. Hopefully. It's nerve-wracking now. Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to the tavern. Hello, innkeeper. How are you doing? These past few days have been quite eventful. I'm feeling so inspired. My first real adventure was so utterly exciting, I haven't stopped reciting in my memories ever since we returned. When I got home, I immediately started writing everything down so I wouldn't forget anything. And it reads just like all those adventure tales and books from my childhood. Sounds like you had a very good time. It's delightful to see you're flourishing. Actually, I've been thinking about switching careers. Oh, how come? All these adventures, don't get me wrong, it's new and exciting. But instead of experiencing them myself, it might be better to tell the tale of those brave heroes and heroines around me. Creating stories is much more enjoyable than facing the dangers of adventuring myself. I'd like to note the other mentions how much they love listening to your stories. You're right. I think Theo would enjoy this idea as well. You think so? You seemed very entertained on the trip of Tyra. I'm sorry, dude. Are you not gonna mention anything about Fable? Perhaps you might be onto something here. On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little? Sure, why not? Any specific wishes? Surprise me with something that'll keep me focused or on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts. Nothing easier than that. Before we do, let's look at the infusions. I know we got new infusions. New infusions. No, we can't make a new quest now. Where are the infusions? Okay. Taste, okay. What was the other one? Lotus flower. Blessed with the divine magic of dragons, adventurers will have a much better chance of fighting the undead or any other unholy creatures, or any creatures really. A little haste makes any adventure unhumanly fast, great for recharging long distance locations and escaping every fight unharmed. Okay. Wait. Defense. Steel tonic. This one. And a little bit of dexterity. A little bit of charisma. Wait, no, not charisma. Strength is what I meant to say. And all of the defense. And steel tonic, order up. Drink from the upcoming best-selling author. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning immediately, waiting to be written down. Don't mention it. I'm always happy to help. Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective? As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run in a tavern, you know? Have you seen her recently? Sadly, no. In a while, no. I saw her at least a week ago, if not two. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I've heard stories of her solving the case that lost familiars in Zephyr. Yes, she solved the case alongside her trusty assistant. Ah, how inspiring. I'd love to tell her tale someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in the southwest of Fieso. Which one might that be? It's a wizard tower, a magical place full of puzzles and mysteries and magic. I've heard tales of her boring hundreds of books containing lost and forbidden knowledge. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets at all as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place like that. Definitely a story I'd read. Promise to send me a copy, please? Oh, but of course, I'll deliver it to you myself. You know, even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminds me of my childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I will never allow it to wander off by myself. But she seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world, while I read on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. The life of a detective can certainly be a lonely one. And you have Theodore by your side. Do you really think he counts as an assistant? That's for you to decide. He definitely doubles as a friend. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but well, Millie has been missing since the Twilight Flood. No, tell me you're joking. Sadly not, I'm sorry. Oh no, I hope she's alright. She's probably just investigating the case of the flood. I'm thinking the same. She might be young, but she's really tough. I doubt even a flood at this size would be a challenge for her. I don't trust your instincts. Oh shit. Yeah, he's pissed. Kumon, great to see you. I've solved it. Solved what? My parents' problem. I've solved it. And how did you do that? It's simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them. And to kill them. Dude! Why? Sorry, did you say kill them? Yes. Why do you want to kill your parents? Isn't it obvious? Can't say it is. They're dead. Their death is what sent me on a bleak path that is my life. It led me towards my destiny, my purpose, which would be stealing, revenge, edginess, darkness, of course. Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose. Aesthetic purpose? I don't know. Right. So I must take destiny back into my own hands. Why not kill them yourself? Why not talk this through instead? Talking doesn't solve anything. Might make you feel a little better and less murderous. No. I must embrace who I am, and for that, they must die. So please, a quest. Have it done, quickly. As you wish, I'll see it up for you. Settle it up. No, you need to tell her about Fable. Thank you. I shall leave you to it. Before you go, how about a drink for the road? Maybe one that'll have you talking about something other than killing your parents. Yes, I shouldn't allow them a warning, so I must be deceitful about my feelings. I'll see what I can do for you. Oh my god. Everything's going to shit. Because no. I'm really hoping that Fable's okay and she finds her safe and sound. It just Broken heart, order up. I'm so freaking worried now. Maybe I should have just told him not to go and just stay and help for the finding Melly. Oh my god. Maybe this will help your heart a little. It feels nice, really warm, like a hug. You need a hug, Kumo? I need to go. Stay safe out there. Sure. And Kumo? Yes? Have you talked to Fable? Yesterday, yes. They left to find Melee. I see. Good luck with your parents. I don't need luck, I need vengeance. He didn't stop her? Oh my god. I'm hoping she's gonna be okay without a drink. Does he need help? Do you want to help him kill their parents? Pardon me? No, of course not. I mean, psychological help. They don't look like they're doing too well, if I might say. He's always quite broody and mysterious, but their parents being alive really threw them off track. You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really? And now they want to kill them just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with? This is the possibility for a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell me you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them. I am but a mere innkeeper to this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes. I would have expected you to have a little more backbone or moral standards, so to speak. You were so sure about Melly's well-being and even calmed me down. I can't believe you'd offer such a violent situation. I tried to stop him, but I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them. And that's exactly why there's still hope. Wait, I don't think I understand. Kumo won't take on the quest himself, so there'll be someone else that can talk to his parents. That sounds like a really questionable plan, if I may say so. It'll work out, I'm sure of it. Most likely it won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way with words. As a nobleman like you would, for example. Oh. Well, I'm still certain that isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation actually escalates into violence? I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not. I wouldn't know what to do. No pressure. I just wanted to make an offer. Do you want a different quest then? Weren't you listening? I don't think I want to be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts. I never wanted to have to kill anyone ever again. Being a murderer is not how I envisioned my life to be. Of course not. But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is still so full of excitement after my last adventure. This might only be a tale, but there's this place of infinite knowledge. Oh, are you by any chance talking about the subterranean caves on the plain of Pure? I've heard so many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. Though I really doubt Gaian mortal like me could even walk there. But I've heard you can get there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that it's true? That there's a portal to Earn somewhere in the Twilight Chasm? I think that's pretty unlikely. Well, maybe. This world is full of wonders after all. And since the Twilight Realm flows from Ura's dream, I'd say it's completely unlikely. Just thinking about the caves makes my heart beat faster, my fingertips itch. Maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some keywords or might I lose my ideas. You know, I don't think you need Ura to lead you. Your heart already knows what it wants to do. Huh? Do you really think so? Yes, it's quite obvious actually. How about you go write down those words now? That might already be an upcoming bestseller. Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, Innkeeper. Until next time, Archie. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Good evening, Carolyn. Evening. Has boredom already caught up with you again? It's always on my trail. Guessing this quest is still free? Not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet. I've got practice with them now. Might as well make some use of it. Fair enough. I thought you'd be looking for Melly instead. Can't say I won't worry about the little gal. But Fable is already on it. I trust him. And I trust Melly too. To come back, you promised me we'd see each other again soon. I'm learning to believe in people's words. Oh, I should have gave Fable a drink. Oh my god. Why do I get a feeling that Fable's gonna be in deep trouble? You should too. I do, but trust is a scary thing. Words are empty, actions are loud. I do, but trust is a scary thing. Everything's scary if Fable's to believe it. If Fable's to be believed. Might as well pick up the fun horrors to commit to. Like the undead. Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin. Those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning right now. At least they're even slower than regular undead. Very common, thanks. Wanna take Archie along again? He might be the calming presence you're seeking. Under no circumstances, no. But if you get bored, he was very good story to tell. Shut up. How will we talk about what drink you want then? Oh, hello. It's been a while. Well, dare me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Carolyn, you both look radiant today. What are we radiating? I shan't say as it would be too rude. How polite of you. How are you doing, Scully? Just wonderful. Yesterday I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Elphins and Lady Frostgrip. Alfonso and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to the young blacksmith prodigy. This world truly is an exciting and beautiful one. And by tomorrow the vampire will have forgotten all about it. But that merely means he'll get to remember again. How marvelous. The endless pursuit of learning is a wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'll allow me, I'd like to learn how you are doing on this fine day, of course, Dame Carolyn. You do look a little spent, and I won't hate to be intruding on your space. Just exhausted by all these people and their constant talking. You're good, though. Aren't you, your fault? Ain't your fault. I understand the social aspects of life can be exhausting as they come with so many rules and obstacles one must traverse. But throughout this, well, overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interactions, we find many magnificent treasures, and all of them make these efforts worthwhile, like quests. I was thinking about friends, but quest 2, are you heading out on one? Yeah. What's its cause? An unusual amount of undead creatures are haunting Bestios lately. Especially near the Pale Woods. Carolyn is going to check on that. An undead gathering in the Pale Woods? But why so? Is there a convention, perhaps? No, it sounds like more like the violent type of crowd. Unfortunate. It does seem that this situation is common among my compatriots. Since and insatiability are often lost when you are ripped from the afterlife without your soul attached to your body. You don't have a soul, you've got a lot of personality for that to be true. That is very kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a mere fragment of my former self. Maybe you'll find your way back to yourself one day. An opportunity to find a new self then. An opportunity to find a new self. What a sweet promise. Still, it is strange to have everything you once were forgotten. How can you be forgotten when you're here? We'll remember you as you are now, as I'm sure people did for former self. I hope I shall grow into a pleasant memory then, as well as a pleasant presence. You already are. That makes my non-present soul very happy to hear. Dame Carolyn, would you mind me tagging along on your quest? Sounds like a heaven of a fascinating research. I've not been able to include it in that pastime for a long while. Sure, come along. A skeleton should be a great help in whipping out a bunch of undead. Wiping out? By no means should that be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciences. Don't be ridiculous. They'll rip us apart. We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense in case they need some entitled convincing. I could even offer you some frost armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there, and you'll have a little more of a buffer if your words don't take hold. Excellent idea. or we just fight them, smash their bones together until they stop moving. No offense, Scully. Well taken, though I believe the clever approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened undead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage. Dexterity then and defense, you were right on track with that one. May I suggest adding some of the maggot lotus flower to this combination? Much like citrine, it will bless your weapon strike and lend you some of the power of the great dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks. Indeed we are. The power of the dragons is a difficult one to harness. I'm impressed by our capability, Innkeeper. Your capabilities. I think your delight should be aimed toward the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in itself, as in choosing our approach to this, we should leave this up to him, correct? Yeah, you figured it out, and keep some additional defense is given, but what should we focus on, charisma or dexterity? And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours. Oh, I would never. Considering that pure force hasn't done jack diddly squat, let's try the charisma. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So charisma, defense, and the infusion. Or the frost armor. Alright, let's see. Charisma, so a little bit of defense and a lot of charisma. Let's see here. We need just the right one. I think this might be it. Spoken Heart. And what was it? The Frost Armor. There we are. And charisma. All the charisma. Spoken Heart. Order up. I would like to think that not all of those souls are biased or fully lost. If you can save even one of them, it'll be worth it. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for your faith in us, Innkeeper. I guess I'll give them a chance, but if they start going on our bones, I won't hold back. I'm counting on it. Come on. Let us make some new friends. Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure we got this one fully done. So aligning the wizard tower is full of loot, magical junk, band, scrolls, wizard, blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we have this one fully. Wizard from the tower, yep. And nope, this one. There we go. Missing magical possible. The Wizard of Marlelia has abandoned his tower on Maryland, a small island near Everdoff, a As it custom for the Wizard's tower, it's said to be full of Valyrian treasures, gold, magic items, forbidden knowledge, and spells. Anything your looting heart's desire, but be warned, the wizard is known to have love puzzles, mischief, and contraptions, so don't forget to check for traps. Alright. Next one. Cover wrap boots, nope, Kellen, nope, that one. The only solution to your parents' fake death is a hire a hitman, clearly. Fingers crossed this will pass through youth protection. I don't understand why we have to make this quest like that. A parent trap. The Twilight Flood brought more to Fascio than just the water of Caramel Sea. In particular, two long-lost heir echoes who had faked their own death and abandoned their only child. Now their kid is out for revenge and longs to have them killed. As the fate of tragic backstories wills it. These regained parents were last seen in Recum near the Wadden Sea, so any bounty hunter should probably start there. I still don't understand why we had to make that quest. Why couldn't we put it in a different way? Why couldn't we just say, hey, talk to him? Well, as we feed our buddy and clean up the inn, and of course, blow out the candles, we end this episode. So if you want to find out what happens with all of this, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification. This is getting good. Really good. In Pursuit of Entropy. Oh, you're quick to take that. You know, your quests are getting weirder by the day. I mean, no one's forcing you to take that one. Unless you have one on Basilisk or swarms waiting in the back, I think I'm good with this one. No Basilisk, I'm afraid. Eager to kill some parents figures? You know it. Speaking of family, you haven't brought your sister by in a while. How is she? I don't know. We no longer speak. Oh. I didn't know that. You two were unbeatable when it came to bar fights. Yeah, I love her, but she's become a little too much like our parents, so I need to love her from afar. Or I wouldn't be loving myself very much. You're better off for it. I'm sorry to hear that. Cutting her off must have hurt a lot. Must still hurt a lot. I've come to terms with it. Came out stronger in the end, that's all I can do. Maybe, but the wounds stay, don't they? People wound you, that's what they do. They can also heal you. Ha, that's a false sense of security. Eventually it all falls away. Not everyone is doomed to become your enemy, including yourself. And I think you are doomed to say the weirdest things, possibly whenever you get the chance. It's a blessing, not a curse. If you want to see it that way. This rogue guy got any siblings? None that we know of. Their parents kind of faked their death, abandoned him when he was very young. They haven't exactly been writing postcards. I guess no one would handle that very well. What do you think about the whole killing them measure? Adds up to me. It does? Yeah, not like they ever faced any real consequences for being shitty. always falls on the kids, doesn't it? You think being murdered is an appropriate consequence? It's not about what I think. I'm just taking the job. Right, but I was thinking. Think less, or rather, think about what you're gonna mix for me instead. So you're not even hesitating. I'm a bounty hunter. Innkeeper. Of monsters, I assume. Not all monsters look alike. Look unlike us. I thought you don't do charity. I don't. I expect a hefty payment by the end of this. That thief must have some jewels stored away somewhere, right? I see. So, drinks? Drinks, of course. Murder, how would you like to approach it? A lot, of course. Don't know how strong they are, but I need to be stronger. Maybe some defense in the mix would be a good too. If they're attacked, patterns turn out to be more complex than you thought. It seems like you do listen to me sometimes. Your stories Your stories of fighting marriages and three-headed antelopes are far too compelling to forget. I hope so. You still got any of those frostpine cones lying around? The ones you give me for the mountain mimic? If those deadbeat picked up some primordial magic, I could use some elemental protection. Clever as always, Jade. Obviously. Plus the frost armor is pretty cool. Luckily for you and your coolness factor. No. You and your health. I got a big shipment of them in last month. Cool. I'll take some of those then. We're not containing with another approach. Not contending with another approach. No, unless I guess there's another way. Is there? Listen, some things are unfixable. I saw both of my legs off before I'd ever talk to my folks again. But this would be fresh. It could be possible to delay the inevitable. Words. I couldn't convince them to leave, scare them off, banish them somewhere where they can't hurt him. That way he can find them later if he ever changes his mind. Maybe the rift isn't completely irreparable after all. Sounds like you're asking for some charisma and some speed. Should hurry up before he does anything drastic himself. Yep, some dexterity might help too. You never know how they could react. Might have to dodge some blows. Might have to. Got any of the inspiration garbage lying around? I'm not so good with words when it comes to a situation like this, and I might have to inspire them to be a little less awful. I could offer you either thunder sage or honey flowers. Whatever flavor you prefer. You choose. About it all. Charisma, dexterity, inspiration is it's the less violent route, but it's not what he asked for. So I won't complain about strength and defense. Mix either as long as you throw the frost armor in. I think my decision about this would be tainted by my own experience, so please a little help. Always, Jade. Thank you for asking. And make sure to leave Oxen some leftovers. He's thirsty. Alright. Obviously we're gonna do the charisma. I just don't remember what drink it was for this one. So we need to be dexterous, but charisma is high as well. Okay, so this one, 1,000 wins. Yeah, that seems right. No, not exactly. Which one was it? Was it that one? Yeah, I think 1,001 is the only one. That's really gonna do it. Unless we go with Sunny Breeze. I mean, either way. Let's go with Sunny Breeze. Yeah. Alright, we needed what infusions again? Not that one. Which one was it? This one? I think this one. Let me just check the book again. Nope. Not that one. This one. There we go. Yeah, I had that. I'm such a dork. Alright, intelligence. And now all the charisma. Sunny Breeze. Order up. That way it's not outright killing them. And he has a chance to actually go back and possibly talk to him and find out what really fucking happened. Maybe this cause isn't as lost as we think it is. If they can't be reached with, I can always trick them and kill them that way, yes. But I guess I'll try talking first. Let's hope this is the right choice. Don't you trust me? You wish. Don't forget to fill me in on your success. If I have any charisma left in me, you'll be the sure to hear all about it. Until then, don't tell him what I'm doing. I shall keep this secret between us. You do love those. Typical Fae, I guess. Okay, who are we? Don't take too many names while I'm gone. I wouldn't dream of it. Hello, you two. Nah, man, you gotta be careful with the eternal bamboo. I mean, it's super cool and all, but if you cut it the wrong way, it's gonna charge up and whoosh, gone you are, sucked into the eternal wave. Oh, well. You know, like those fishes that'll kill you if you cook them the wrong way. Fish? Yes, they look like balls with spikes. Don't know what name though. Do you mean pufferfish? It means pufferfish. That. Whoa, wait. You're also here. LOL. Sure am. You're looking fire. Nice grip. Thank you, Inko. Neko. Can we stay on topic, please? Topic? Right. So I heard any type of vibration can trigger a small rift. It's like disturbing a sleeping dragon. Wrong move and the world's flattering and whatnot. So we're saying if you use my bow the wrong way, I could open a rift and be lost in the eternal wave? Bet. Would suck big time, but alas. Though I can't be entirely sure. I mean, what's the fun in knowing everything for sure? Don't be basic, embrace the chaos. As long as you don't play any wrong notes, you should be fine. Ha 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 ha, nothing easier than that, especially under pressure. Especially then, I'm sure. And you have nothing to worry about, friend. Might even come in handy one day. The person who made your instrument must have had at least, like, one thought about making it like that? They did. Many thoughts, actually. Good mythical morning, innkeeper. I know here practically it's fairly often afternoon, but who cares? Yeah, let's greet him with the same greeting that we normally give him. Almost there. We forgot the mythical. Good mythical therapeutically morning. Better. Okay, listen up. Found this little left felt on your notice board. And I saw you're finally sending someone out to investigate the abandoned wizard tower. And I just decided that someone is me. I've been wanting to see what's up there for a while now. Talk about good timing. Did you say wizard tower? What's the T? Well, there's an abandoned wizard tower near Niverdove and a small island called Morlelia. I can't pronounce it. Morlelia. Ah, the one with the worms? I think you can find worms in any ecosystem. That's what they want you to think. Sure. Either way, no one has seen the Wizard of Marlen in quite some time, so they say. And I've been dying to know what he might be hiding in his tower. I bet a lot of explosives. I'm more hoping for scrolls, ancient magic, and semi-cursed objects. Oh, and of course cookbooks of forgotten knowledge. Of course books of forgotten knowledge, not cookbooks. Rumor has it he left behind quite the hoard of particular trinkets. Surely, after all, as it states in this leaflet, perhaps puzzles, must be something very valuable hidden in there. Maybe even the key to immortality. Or they were bored. And admittedly, I don't just design puzzles when I'm bored, though I blow things up. I love when things go boom. Oh god, same. You know what? What? I think you should take me and Boy along. Listen, you say trinkets and I'm all in. This'll be an interesting story. I mean, the entropy, whatever that means, we'd create if we traveled as a trio, it would be immaculate. We'd be able to tackle the wizard's puzzles and definitely trapped with wits and violence and music. You have my lockpicks and my Higums. Maybe the eternal waves could even help. Eternal bamboo, huh? But an eternal wave escapes would only work in bean silk, huh? The ghost spider of bean used their silk to spin the waves. Good thing that these strings are made of bean silk then. Great, then we can use your take him as our Plan C escape plan. Should the wizard be at home after all, or foster any monsters in any traps, or Higum will be on our way out by dipping into the eternal wave? Don't worry, it's like dreaming or teleporting. You'll just have to find your way back out. We'll manage that. I'm a master of teleport. I'm sure our innkeeper friend here has the right drink for you. Perhaps something that'll give you some brain cells. A quick reflex. I'm hasty and can easily evade traps. Good that I do need help with either. But shouldn't we be able to fight back forcefully in case something is lurking in the tower? Lots of traps perhaps mean a lot of fire, so fire resistance would be helpful too. Fighting sounds good. I love to kill something, but I hate making decisions. I think the innkeeper should decide what to make. Okay, so something strong to bridge in and fight our way through it. Create a fire resistance to survive lethal traps. Or something for our brains that give us focus infused with haste. I'll see what I can do, but don't hold me responsible for whatever ends up happening. We would never, ever. Right. I say let's give them brains. So that's gonna be dexterity, or intelligence, dexterity, and infusion of haste. Okay, so intelligence is the big one. Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna be this one, but let me check. Yeah. Peak sunrise. Intelligence all the way up. Confusion. Okay. Let's see here. What was it? That one. Okay. Haste. That is not okay. That one's what? I think I picked the wrong drink because the infusion's not working. Yeah, definitely not working. Alright, let's rethink our strategy here. Silent Owl? Try that. Yes, that should work. Captain of Intelligence. And strength is good, or dexterity is good, and strength. Is that covered it? Hold up. Why isn't it not going up? We got the intel. We got the dex. Oh, wait. You only need a little bit of strength. Wait, what? Yeah, we got that. Got that. We got that. So, I'm confused. So cute, pet Andrew for the first time. Oh, I didn't even know we could pet him. Aww. Yeah, it's not popping up, so what the hell? Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Silent Owl, order up. I'm hoping this is the right drink. Here you go. Brains and quick reflexes. Thanks. I'm sure this will be of use for solving puzzles and evading traps. I'll be sad if not one single thing explodes. Explosions could damage all the loot. But maybe afterwards we could light a little fire? You know, what we should do? What? We should take Jade along. She's defo be interested in the treasures too. An additional blade couldn't hurt. Any idea where we can find her in Keeper? I'm afraid she's already on a quest, so probably nowhere nearby. That's fine. We'll poach her? Okay. Good luck. Thank you. We shall return with a story worth telling. I can't wait. Bye, loser. And with that, we feed our little buddy, run up the tavern, and blow out the candles. So, this episode has been quite interesting. I'm hoping everything goes well for all of the quests. And I'm hoping we see Fable in the next episode safely with Melee. But we have not even been able to give the quest out yet. So, here's hoping. Act 3, Part 5. A well-deserved break. Hopefully everything will turn out fine, especially with all the crazy quests that I've given out, and we haven't even seen Flora yet. Or Fable, my bad. Hello, Innkeep. Look what I found. Looks like a rare specimen of Archie to me. I'm one of a kind. Oh, you two know each other already. Of course you do. You know pretty much everyone in the city, huh? Of course I know him. He's quite the celebrity in town. Oh, a surprise I am. He's Zenith's most famous author. He even survived an assault by hordes of the victims of undead. A author? I guess I really am an author, yes. Bummer, and I thought I could surprise you. How did you two meet? I think he spotted me on the street. Must have thought I had a lot of stories to tell, so he asked me if he could write me my bibliography. What a unique way to call someone old. But she does have a lot of stories to tell. Archie, how many manuscripts topics do you want to collect before you actually finish something? Well, you see, it's always important to collect ideas. Life itself is the best source of inspiration for any artist. Look at him, he's so eager to write. I just couldn't refuse. That look in his big, sparkly eyes. Writing down ideas is so much fun. There's the magical detective story, Theo's and my adventure with the undead, and how Un's bibliography was well. That's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'm surprised you're right. Un, how come you want your bibliography to be written now? I don't really have a reason. I'm old, and I've seen a lot of stuff. It would be sad if all the knowledge went to waste, right? It's not like you're just. It's not like you'll disappear any second now, is it? Of course not. I get it. A lot of terrible things have been happening lately. Don't be silly. We'll be fine. It's always nice to see most of my friends return during times like this. Most of them. Stuff like this happens every few decades. It's completely normal. If you say so. Are you going to pay Archie accordingly, though? That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna pay him his drinks. And I also could use a little refreshing drink myself. Ah, gotcha. Anything specific you'd like to today, Archie? Just the same as always. A drink to stay focused on my writing, to defend my brain against all those distracting thoughts. Coming right up. Oh, still no word. Driving me insane. Let's go with first. No, let's make it complicated. Let's go with. Well. Cross the lagoon. Make it simple. A little bit of charisma. And a little bit of strength. And all the defense. Rusted Lagoon. Order up. Here you go. A drink to boost your concentration. Thank you very much, dear innkeeper. This is delicious. I can feel the irresistible itch in my fingertips already. I'm always happy to oblige. Soon, what's it for you today? Maybe something that'll give me enough strength and energy to tell this whisper snapper every little detail of my life. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, give me a quick second and I'll be back with your drink. Let's go ahead and give her something simple. Southern Brawler. A little bit of charisma. A little bit of defense. And all that strength. Southern Brawler, order up. Some liquid stamina for your golden girl. Let's see if your skills are to be trusted and keep. Oh. Archie, I hope you're ready for at least 600 pages. That's a lot. But you already agreed, so you don't have a choice. And now, my dear Archibald, we'll begin with the writing. Thank you for your hospitality, Innkeep. I'll see you later. Goodbye, Innkeeper. I'll remember to keep a copy of the book for you. Signed, please? Of course. Very well. Goodbye, you two. That's gonna be a long, big... Oh, hello! Finally, my service beast and I have returned. Welcome back, Minthy. Good to see you, Innkeeper, and surprisingly, your tavern's dry interior. Thought you might be appreciating the dampness of almost everything nowadays. Maybe while underwater, but wheels and mud do not mix. On land, I appreciate structurally sound and smooth wood flooring much more than its saggy alternatives. That bad. You would too. Just step a few minutes past your tavern, and you might get an idea of things jammed in my spokes and smooshed between caskets and canes toes. I'll pass, and besides, stories from my patrons are much more enjoyable. Speaking of, how did the Pearl Hunt go? Honestly, it wasn't all too eventful, but before I go on, I could do with one of your drinks, Innkeeper. Something to keep my mind clear of any irrelevant distractions for the journey back. Let me see what I can do. I am stumbling on my words. Intelligence. Let's make it simple. Sparkling noble. Intelligence all the way up. And a bit of charisma to top it off. Sparkling noble, order up. Maybe this inspired boundless creativity. Boundless creativity. Just what I needed. If only I had a boundless supply of this drink while writing it at my desk. Unfortunately, my establishment doesn't do deliveries. And she is the writer that is linked in the description. And also, if you are enjoying this game, please go ahead, wishlist it or buy it for yourself down below as well. Because as far as I understand, there's multiple different endings to this game. So if you want to experience for yourself, make different choices than what I have. See if you don't tick off Fable and actually give her a drink, see what happens. So let's get back into the game. What a shame. But before you go on, I actually have something else for you. Here, I thought I'd have to needle you for it again. What a pleasant surprise. My favorite kind. Here, a completely proofread manuscript, I hope. I'd certainly hope it's completed. Since my retrieval and your proofreading have been such a long time in the making, yes? Right. Long in the making. You should probably wish that red ink off your hand before it stains your mugs. Oh, right. I was editing my recipes all night. Crazy story, actually, for another time, that is. I see. I will say, it's good to have these papers back in my hands. May I inquire as to why you asked for them back now? I've decided to finally publish the book. What I have written about is very dear to my heart, and I'm happy to finally get to share my writings with the world. Minthia, the author. It has a nice ring to it. I'll be Mackenzie Tavern, actually. A very nice pen name. It was time I finally chose one, and something universal at that. Procrastination is a curse all of its own. Y'all can read that for yourself, because I entirely botched whatever that says. Procrastination, the thing that I suffer with, is a curse of its own. Sure is. So about the pearl, or pearls. Protection pearls. Like I said, it wasn't too eventful. I had tea with the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon, and she traded me the pearls for objects of her desire. Mostly, I promised her a signed copy of the book. Good for her. You know, I've been meaning to ask, if I may, what do you need the pearls for exactly? I know you're often looking for them, but I was never quite sure why. Well, I'm sure you remember the curse I was bestowed with. Yes, the curse parastic rings that amplify your magic to a painful degree. Exactly those. They cause quite a lot of issues for me and my body. Sometimes it feels like the magic is eating away at me, slowly feasting on my organs and nerves. It's tearing me apart from the inside out as it gradually takes my health and life. The protection pearls help me keep the mana in check. They bring it down to manageable levels. It helps the pain a lot. So you're saying you turn the pearls into a drink. Wonderful to see that still your first solution to everything. Yes, on occasion. Mostly I grind them into ink for my tattoos. They're very versatile little beauties. I'm happy you could find some then. Now that I think about it, care to share? I'm sure they'd be great for my drinks. Not so fast. For most people, they just amplify mana to ridiculous and dangerous degrees. I don't want to be held responsible for the chaos your patients could cause. However, maybe if I can offer you something less extreme, but still energizing. Here. First, coffee. Okay, you got my attention. Is this your infamous coffee recipe? After all these years, you finally trust me with this? It's time. I think you can finally make it without poisoning someone. I'll do my best. Thank you, Minty. Perhaps it will also help you keep your promise in time. Anyhow, I think we're due to take our leave. Need to make some ink? Something like that. Plus, I promised Casket and Kane we'd check if any primordial tennis balls got washed up by the flood. I think I might have seen some in the brush. I might be able to make you some moss balls. What a perfect excuse to catch up with her. Is she around? More frequently recently, it's nice. A miracle she still comes around after you exercised her favorite bog body. We were young and inexperienced. It happens. That it does. It was lovely to see you again, Innkeeper. Likewise, best of luck on your journey, and don't forget to send me a copy of that book. If you promise not to forget about its existence this time, I'll do my very best. I know you will, friend. I know you will. Still want to know who exactly we are. And with that, we feed our little buddy adieu, and clean up the tavern, and blow out the candles. So, if you are enjoying the series, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification to find out what else is going on with this story, because there is so much going on. Alright guys, peace, see y'all in the next video.